Shiny Pokemon, a variation of Pokemon so elusive that some even the most hardcore fans may have never even encountered one. It's statistically more likely that you've never encountered one actually. Unless of course you played through those Generation 2 remakes where those games it's literally impossible to avoid one. Oh no, but that doesn't count. That red Gyarados is a big old phony, a fraud, a sham! Oh, well what's that? You're just a casual Pokemon fan here and you don't know what the difference between red Gyarados over here and the regular blue one is. Well, red Gyarados over here is a whopping 8,192 times more rare than the blue one. That's a trophy fish if I've ever seen one. But other than that, well, one takes hours, days, hell, maybe even months to come across, and the other one's, the other one's blue. I mean, one's red and one's blue, come on. But who would spend literal days of their life just for a different color Pokemon? Me. Yep. This guy. Oh, what's that? You're the hardest of hardcore Pokemon fans? You've played them all, you caught them all, you beat them all, you've seen them all, you even got your shades on, you witnessed the shine. But have you ever beat a Pokemon game only using shiny Pokemon? Because, well, that's what we're doing here. I know you've seen the title before you click this video. We will be playing through Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu for the Nintendo Switch, only using shiny Pokemon. Well, actually not all of them. Alright, you see, our starter Pikachu is actually something called Shiny Locked, where it's a type of encounter that will never be shiny. This is the only usually used in legendary Pokemon and Pokemon that aren't encountered in the wild. But besides everybody's favorite yellow rodent, every Pokemon we'll be using will be a shiny Pokemon, and that's about it. The benefits of playing Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu is we'll actually get to see the Pokemon encounters in the overworld without actually having to go into battle, so we can actually increase our odds and time of encountering a shiny Pokemon, so this video doesn't take 2 years to come out. You know, this video still took 2 years to come out. I've been sitting on this video for a long time, don't tell anyone.
Let's just jump into it.
The 90s, baby. Remember how I said that we can't get a shiny starter Pikachu and resetting is pointless? Well, I reset 6 times. Oh, why you may ask? Well, it's awkward. Well, you see, I just really wanted a Pikachu like Ash's, and the one I kept getting 6 times in a row. It wasn't. And there was a 50-50 chance of that happening every time, so the odds are really not in our favor. I can't wait to see what happens when the odds are 1 in 4,096. 6 resets later, and we're finally begin our journey into the world of Pokemon. A world where you get to decide what you look like, and if you have a number in your name. Also, you get to decide your rival's name, so that's pretty cool. But because I recorded this video so long ago, I named my rival T-Series. Yeah, I love those dead memes, baby. Oh, well, first things first, we gotta go catch ourselves our very own Pokemon. But why is T-Series in my house? On our way to catch our very first Pokemon, we see Professor Stud, Professor Oak, talking to some birds, just before we get jumped by an electrical mouse. With the professor's help and the power of Wii motion controls, we catch the mascot of the largest media franchise of all time, and name him Japan Mickey Mouse. You know, it's only fitting. My mouse didn't fit, so it's just Japan Mickey. Maybe I should have named it Japan Sonic. Did you just see that Pokeball do the spin dash? We head to the lab, and the Pokeball and T-Series are both there. So, some plot happens, and then we finally get our first Pokemon. Aww. But who cares? It ain't shiny. You're just a regular Pokemon. Wait, what? You can dress it up? Okay, scratch that. Shiny Pokemon got nothing on Japan Mickey. You can wear whatever he wants. And I'm sure you know how Pokemon games work, so it's about time for our first rival Wait a second. What? T-Series just left without a battle? I feel so empty and alone. But I can't let him beat me to become Pokemon Master, even if I have a massive setback of only using the shiniest of Pokemon. Oh, he still wants to battle. We just had to get those Pokedexes first. Wait a second, level 6? I don't think he knows how rival battle's supposed to work here. It only takes a few Thunder Shocks and we defeat T-Series, at least for now. And we can finally actually begin our Pokemon journey after catching everything. What? What was that? Why would I do that? Well, it's actually in the name. It's Pokemon Gotta Catch 'Em All, isn't it? Also, they won't let you into the gym to beat the game unless you caught a certain amount of Pokemon before every single gym. So it's a requirement. Hey, if you indeed catch them all, you get a shiny charm, cutting your odds of encountering a shiny Pokemon in half. Also, there's a very big incentive of catching Pokemon because you gain experience from catching them, and actually more than you get from in battles. So you might as well just keep catching Pokemon in the street. And what's that? The easiest Pokemon game isn't easy enough for you? Why don't you just tag team T-Series with a friend? Oh, what's that? You don't have a friend? Well, no worry at all. You can just use 2 hands. So after buying as many Pokeballs as our child allowance would allow us to, we head over to the Viridian Forest where we'll be hunting our first shiny Pokemon, considering it has the most amount of Pokemon spawns in one area, and we can also get a Bulbasaur or another Pikachu. Yeah, but that one can't wear clothes, so I believe it's just a Bulbasaur. After creating a chain by continuously catching Pokemon 30 plus times in a row without any of them getting away, it will increase our shiny odds. Oh, and it finally happened. We got it. A shiny Caterpie. Okay, but it ain't no Bulbasaur. Hell, it's not even a Pikachu, but It is a shiny, I mean, it's solid gold. So with our very first shiny buddy and overleveled Pikachu, we head over to our first gym. Pikachu completely destroys with double kick. I know I should have incorporated Caterpie a little bit more in this fight, but come on, it took me 8 in real life hours to encounter this, and I was just really excited to move on with the game. Got a little carried away. Our first shiny buddy will soon be more helpful soon. Next up, I decided to try my hand getting another shiny Bulbasaur, but yet again, after another about 6 hours, I was really ready to throw it in, so I just kept our chain and we'd continue our journey, and maybe we'll just encounter one naturally instead of just, you know, just standing there waiting for my life to pass by. Anyways, while beating trainers on our way to the next badge, our shiny Caterpie evolves, and we run into our second shiny member of our team, a rat. Yay, we got a rat and a cocoon, but don't worry, they're different colors. We catch our Raby rat, and the first thing we do is show youngster Joey over here exactly what a top percentage Rattata looks like. Green. That's what it looks like. Also, look at that rat run. It's really a rat race out here, Joey. Moving on, we head over to Mount Moon, where we have our first encounter with Team Rocket. No, not what you're thinking. The real Team Rocket, the stars of the show. And after sending them blasting off and defeating all the trainers in the cave, we get the Dome Fossil and make our way towards Cerulean City. Oh, what was that? You didn't think I was going to tell you about Fossil? We got no. Oh, you got to always use your head. You got to use your dome. This is where our shiny Metapod, Float Laika, yeah, I know, very innovative, finally has the chance to spread its wings and evolve, but he's going to have to earn it. He's going to have to take this Pokemon out. Yeah, but on second thought, maybe we'll just wait till he's a Butterfree. Float Laika is finally a Butterfree. It's time to change that lame name to Free Butter. Yeah, it's much better. Now with Free Butter, Raby Rat, and Pikachu, we are ready. Well, maybe not quite. I'll let Pikachu handle this one, but I promise from here on out, it's gonna be shinies only. But come on, he can wear clothes. He's as cool as it gets. 2 badges down and 2 shinies. We're really on our way to be the best looking Pokemon team there ever was. Maybe if we can get some more interesting shinies this time around, though, that would be nice. Like this talking not shiny Nidorino. Oh my god, what is that? No, go back. Don't do that. It's like looking at a cursed image. It just can't look away. Aw. Much better. He's a human. That's rich. Off to the SSN, aka Titanic, where Raby Rat and Free Butter have plenty of trainers to grind up on. Except that old guy. This guy gives me the heebie-jeebies. He's way too old to be laying on a bed like that when a literal child enters his room. Just look at the smug smile on his face. This is a man that has up to no good. We even encounter T-Series himself, who Raby Rat single-handedly defeats without even a single hand. Yeah, he just uses his paws. He has no hands. And now off to Lieutenant Surge, where even still Raby Rat and Free Butter have no chance, so Pikachu finishes off the job even when at a huge disadvantage against its fully evolved counterpart. See, I told you, there was a reason I wanted a Pikachu just like Ash's. He did it just like Ash in the show. 3 badges down and 3, wait a second. We're gonna need some more shiny Pokemon. After a whopping 15-hour hunt, including multiple failed Growlithe hunts, and even going back to the very beginning of the game to chain Caterpies again, we get a shiny Pokemon. Oh, and this time is a shiny Machop. Not bad at all. And not to mention our first fighting type, we got away. Not only did we lose it, I also broke my chain. After chaining Caterpies yet again, this time we encounter our redemption shiny, Porygon. Yep, a shiny computer program. Woo! Man-made at its greatest. After catching it and naming it Donald Duck, that brings our shiny team up to 3. A rat, a butterfly, and a computer program. Much cooler than that muscle, his humanoid abomination anyways. I'm gonna give it to you guys. The best comment describing exactly what the Machop line is, I'm gonna pin that up top. After going through all of Lavender Town that we have access to at this point, defeating all the trainers and Pokemon we encountered on the way to our next badge, we didn't encounter a single shiny Pokemon. Almost like they're hard to find or something. So I went back to the Rock Tunnel to redeem our last shiny, and we finally found another. Is Charmander. I'll take a shiny Charmander any day. I mean, Charizard is all the rage right now. That's what I hear. But don't get me wrong, Bulbasaur is much better. And after catching us a shiny Charmander and evolving it into Charmeleon, we are more than ready to take on Erica, the Grass-type gym leader. Although our new Fire Lizard isn't enough, there is no need for any of our non-shiny Mon friends this time around, as we use Free Butter to finish off all of Erica's remaining Pokemon, easily with a few air slashes. Before the next gym, we clear out all of Team Rocket in the hideout in the game corner so that we can see Ghost to save Mr. Fuji in Lavender Town. We also run into Giovanni for the first time. We get a cool Team Rocket outfit to wear as we defeat him, with only the most shiny Pokemon, and the most wearing clothes. After defeating Team Rocket and heading back to Lavender Town to save Mr. Fuji, we get the Poke Flute so we can get past the sleeping Snorlax blocking us to the next gym. And it's not shiny, so who cares? With our shiny friends walking by our side, we finally make it to the Safari Zone. Wait a second, they moved the Safari Zone? So you connect to a phone game and transfer Pokemon from that? Hey, anyone of you guys remember this dead game from 2016? Who even still plays that microtransaction-filled scam? Me. Yep. This guy. Yep, that's right. I'm one of those people who still play and love Pokemon Go. And because of that, we have access to all the shiny Pokemon I walked in real life kilometers to catch. So I better not hear a single one of you guys say that isn't fair. I mean, the odds for a shiny in the first year of the game was literally 1 and impossible. So I transfer over all my shiny and we'll be catching my only shiny Growlithe, the best of doggos ever, and Eevee as well, I guess. I mean, I did, however, put a lot more shinies in our Pokepark to catch. These are the two I ended up using. I mean, come on, it's the best Pokemon ever, and Eevee, that is pretty cool too. I guess it's also a dog, I think, right? So now that we have more shinies than we can ever possibly need, it's time for Rabirat to be imprisoned inside the computer for the rest of our journey. I'm sorry, big guy. I'll always remember the time we had. You ain't no Charizard, so I won't remember for too long. Time to take on the Naruto gym with our fully blinged out team. Unfortunately, we can't battle Koga unless we catch 50 different Pokemon types. Oh yeah, I forgot that's even a thing. I've been catching so much of the same Pokemon for chains, but who cares all about that? Charmeleon evolved and we became that massive not dragon to fly on. Who needs a bike? Ah well, we better just head to the next gym. In Saffron City, and the entire city is ran by the Mafia, Team Rocket. But who would be more fit to take on Pokemon Mafia than the child with the shiny Pokemon he waited multiple days to encounter because they're different colors? Speaking of colors, we run into Blue for the first time, and yeah, his name's Blue. Or Gary Oak if you watched the show as a kid, or maybe even as an adult, if you're a loser.
Hey, whoa, wait, what do you think you're doing? Oh, are you serious? No, I'm holding that for a friend, okay? It's not mine.
We even get a chance to battle Blue like the old times, being he's the original Pokemon rival before they turned all like this. Look at that Charizard. That's cool. It should be a shame though. It's just normal. After being trained by Blue, there are a lot of Team Rocket goons that we have to go through, raising the strength of our team, and even evolving the best doggo there ever was into the majestic Arcanine. We also run into T-Series, who wants to lend us a hand this time around. And would you look at this loser? He just got a Cubone. He's not even wearing clothes, or they have the star effect when he threw it out. Also kind of funny, he never once questioned why my Pikachu or me is dressed up as Team Rocket members. You know, the good guy plot armor right there. We eventually make it to the boss, the Team Rocket of Team Rocket. And you see, they got the white uniforms. They're clearly above everyone else. Okay, well, they may not be the boss, but I do find it kind of funny that they only have 2 Pokemon from the show, and they don't even use Meowth. Like, you really thought Weezing and Cobra spelled backwards over here really had a chance to get my 2 blinged out gangster Pokemon like Free Butter and Charizard. Yep, that's right, Charizard with an S. I named it that way because my very first Pokemon I ever caught in the 3D Pokemon games in X and Y was a Charmeleon from the Friend Safari. I named him Charizard. Get it? It's a shiny Charizard, and I have like 30 of these things now. Time for the real head of this operation, Giovanni. It's not safe for this Godfather wannabe. We start with our good old buddy Charizard over here, who survives with 1 HP, so we go into Eevee for our free experience points as this Persian is just barely hanging on. We then go into Donald Duck, the blue Porygon, as he opts in Rhyhorn. We go for Hyper Beam for a lot of damage, but since we have to recharge, Rhyhorn just nearly takes us out with a crit. So we then go into Arcanine Beats. Okay, time for the next Pokemon, Eevee. Okay, alright, we're just gonna have to put the mouse with clothes and just kick that rock. We then go for Free Butter as he goes into his Nidoqueen, but it's not looking so good. Get your man Mickey back in there. With Giovanni defeated, Saffron City is now saved. Oh yeah, we still gotta catch a Pokemon, I almost forgot. But at least we can do it in style now on our trusty Arcanine ride. It's so fluffy, so shiny. After catching a bunch of species of Pokemon, we head back to Koga's gym. Despite his attempt, the mere Shadow Clone Jutsu will not scare me, Kakashi. I mean Koga. He opens up with a Weezing and we start off with Free Butter, and 2 measly Psybeams are enough to take it out. As he goes into Golbat, we change into our Electric Rodent in Criminal's clothing, who we take out with a single bolt of thunder that Pikachu summoned inside. We then go into Free Butter as he throws out a Muck. After annoying back and forth, we are eventually able to take out the Muck with enough Psybeams, but at the cost of eventually going down to Psychic. We then go into Arcanine Beats to go against his final Mon, who ends up being a Venomoth, and after a really close call, we take it out with a few Heat Waves, as if it was a middle-aged woman getting heat flashes, securing us the 5th gym badge. It's time to go back to Saffron City in style, flying on Pikachu's balloon bike a trainer taught us to use. Good thing Pikachu has the wheel, and you wouldn't trust the 10-year-old kid to drive, you don't trust the mouse. We evolve our Eevee with the Water Stone into Vaporeon to give us a far more optimal type coverage, and cause it looks way cooler. After that, we make our way into Sabrina's gym. Being a psychic trainer, it only makes sense that we have teleport pads everywhere. Only cause you'd have to be psychic to know where the f fuck these things go. We eventually make it to Sabrina's pad, and I know I haven't mentioned this before, but I really like how what they've done with the gyms in this game, adding stands and crowds, but kind of makes you think, are these people just sitting around all day waiting for kids to come battle these gyms? Talk about exploiting kids for entertainment. Go on, Jimmy, you're 10 years old, go catch some of those monsters and provide entertainment for the world. Sabrina's first mon is Mr. Mime, so we start with free butter, and we hit with this super effective buzz that does a little bit more than half before Mr. Mime starts setting up screens, making it do half as much. So I switch over to air slash hoping for a flinch, and 2 air slashes later, Mr. Mime is unable to battle. She then goes into her jinx, so we go into Arcanine Beats, and despite us having the 8 level disadvantage, we do have the type advantage, but it doesn't matter because we don't even get a chance to hit with Flamethrower as she puts us to sleep with Lovely Kiss, and then doing more than half damage on us before we could wake up. So we switch into Charizard, but we're still no match for Jinx's Psychic. Even our boy Japan Mickey is just barely able to hang on to take out Jinx. But then she goes into Slowbro, who we are able to hit with a Thunderbolt before eventually being taken down by Surf. But we go into our brand new shiny Vaporeon, who eventually takes down Slowbro after a double edge and a bite. But he did fall asleep as he took him out, so we're gonna have to go into free butter to take on Sabrina's final Pokemon, Alakazam, and it's not looking good. Alakazam completely outspeeds us and hits us very hard with Psychic. But in a surprising turn of events, a single Buzz is enough to take out the almighty Alakazam, earning us our Marsh badge and our 6th badge total. But we haven't exactly been getting them in order. I also realized the only Pokemon on our team without a fancy nickname is Vaporeon over here, and considering it is of the male gender, I named it Merman because no one ever talks about the male mermaids. It's always about the Ariels and any other famous mermaids out there. We then take our David Blaine balloon ride back to where it all started in our hometown of Pallet Town, so that we can use Pikachu's surfboard to get to the next gym location on Cinnabar Island. Oh, how I miss the good old days when you could just catch glitch game-breaking Pokemon on these shores. Well, due to the gym doors being locked, we have to do a side quest for the key before we can make it into the Fire Gym Leader's Blaine's gym. And now this gym is crazy. It's been completely rehauled into a game show set where we have a rapid fire of questions to answer. If answered incorrectly, we have to battle a trainer. If correct, we avoid the battle completely, until finally making it to Blaine. Every time we answer a question correctly, one of Blaine's statues emerges from the flames. And well, because I was going too fast and I didn't properly read the question because
I can't read,
I answered one incorrectly and had to battle. Time for Blaine. We open up with Vaporeon as he goes into his Magmar. He goes for a Confuse Ray, but Merman sees right through that and takes it out with a couple surfs. Next up is Blaine's Arcanine. My favorite Pokemon card of all time, actually. And even though it's not a shiny, I mean the card is a holo, but that dog right there is red. We don't even have a chance to hit it with an attack as Extreme Speed takes out Merman. We then go right into Japan Mickey, who uses Thunder that does a little less than half, but thanks to the power of friendship, it only takes 2 Thunders to take out Blaine's Arcanine. Next up is Blaine's Rapidash, and our Donald Duck Porygon, who barely survives a Flare Blitz, was able to hit with a Hyper Beam before being taken out by the second Flare Blitz, making it a perfect time to bring in our boy, the real Arcanine, Arcanine Beat, who easily tanks a Flare Blitz and takes out the Rapidash in 1 takedown. Blaine's last Pokemon is Ninetales, so we leave an Arcanine take a hefty Fire Blast to the face before doing a lot of damage with another takedown. But Ninetales is too quick and evades our second takedown, and we are really in a pinch, and Arcanine Beats may cry, apparently according to the game. So we go into Charizard and use Fly, not once, but twice to seal the deal and truly beat fire with fire. Now that's hot. Securing us the Volcano badge. One last badge remaining. We return to our hometown yet again, and this time we go to the gym where T-Series is there and he says it's locked. Well, I guess we'll just drop in to say hello to the professor while we're here anyways, and his grandson is at the lab. Look, Nintendo made it funny. He even says that line. What's his name again? Ask him what his grandson's name again. Reminds me of the good old times when Professor Oak had Alzheimer's. Aw, what I'd give to be 5 again. Professor and the guy named a color gives us the ability to Mega Evolve in 3 stones for the starter Pokemon's final evolutionary lines, giving us the ability to Mega Evolve Charizard in battle. After that, we swiftly find the key for the final gym, and it's time to take on the Ground-type gym leader. Wow, so cool. Ground-type. Yeah, most interesting type of all Pokemon. And the leader is none other than Giovanni himself, the Pokemon Godfather. Just look at this smug son. Just sitting there as Persian with some fresh fruits. Let's end this once and for all. He starts with his Dugtrio, and we open up with Merman, taken out with a single Surf. Next up is Giovanni's Nidoking, and it's too fast to even land a Surf on here as it takes us out first. So we go right into Free Butter, who takes it out with only 2 Psybeams. Next up is Rhyhorn, and although it's not very effective, we go for an Air Slash and get a flinch. I test our luck for a second Air Slash, but we don't get a flinch, and Free Butter goes down to a Rock Slide. This makes it a perfect opportunity to bring in our Charizard. I know you're thinking, but R9 Charizard is 4 times weak to Rock Slide. Why would you do that? But not Mega Charizard X, baby. He's the real dragon now. Never get another chance at that one. Well, I'm sure Arcanine here can clean up this Rhydon. Okay, well, Pikachu can do it because with the power of friendship, it doesn't die. And Double Kick takes it out, bringing him to his final Pokemon, Nidoqueen. Pikachu, this is our final chance. You gotta go for that Double Kick. You gotta be kidding me. Oh no, Pikachu, a friendship! We can survive again! Forgetting completely that Porygon was still alive, we use one of those revives to bring back Free Butter, and then Pikachu eventually goes down. I thought we were friends. How could you do that, Pikachu? How could you just die? Leaving Free Butter to finish it off with a Psybeam. And just like that, we'd have disbanded the Pokemon Mafia and got our final gym badge. It looks like Japan Mickey Mouse is the true leader of the Mafia now. And the only thing stopping us from hitting Victory Road is the one and only T-Series. But not even T-Series, the most subscribed YouTube channel on the internet, could stop us from gracefully and effortlessly with defeating his team of non-shiny Pokemen and Pokewomen without even a scratch, 0 deaths, and making a clear path between us and the Elite Four. And now that we've made our way through Victory Road, our first member is Lorelei, the Ice Leader, looking cool as ice on that Lapras. But it's time to melt this place down. We start off with Team Rocket's Japan Mickey Mouse against her Dugong, and 2 Thunderbolts later, that fish is fried. I guess it's a fish, kind of. With the power of friendship, we avoid Lovely Kiss and land Heat Wave, just doing above 60%. Next turn, we do get hit by a Psychic, but we do take out Jinx with a second Heat Wave. Next up is her Cloyster, but Japan Mickey summons Thunders indoors, frying that oyster on frame 1. And next up is Lapras, and Thunder really isn't enough to fry Nessie the Loch Ness Monster over here. But friendship is on our side yet again, and we escape another hit just to miss Thunder on the following turn and take a Hydro Pump to the face, surviving with only our 9 HP. But with our buddy Pikachu's life on the line, we go for a Thunder and strike the giant Surf Sprite down. Next up is Slowbro versus Donald Duck, and we hit it for a Hyper Beam for just above 50%, but we end up getting taken out because of Recharge, leaving our baby boy Pika to once again take out the Water-type threats and defeating Lorelei. 1 down, 4 to go. I know what you're thinking, it's the Elite Four. What do you mean? Well, I guess you'll see. And it's time for Bruno, the Fighting-type leader. Well, sort of. Not all of his Pokemon are fighting. I mean, this Rock Snake doesn't even have arms, and since Free Butter can do nothing to this thing, I switch into Merman, just before Onix goes for Stealth Rocks, a move that damages Pokemon that are switched in, but after getting outsped and hit by an Earthquake, we easily drown out our problems with 1 Surf. But next up is Bruno's Hitmonchan, so we switch into Free Butter, who takes 50% from Stealth Rocks due to it being 4 times weak to Rock. Already not looking good for Free Butter. 1 more switch in and out and he's done for. We go for an Air Slash, doing massive amount of damage and flinching the Hitmonchan so we can take it out next turn. Deja vu, the exact same thing happens bar for bar to the Hitmonlee. But we don't quite get as lucky with the Hitmonchan, who takes us out cleanly with a Rock Slide after surviving an Air Slash. But Free Butter really did put in work, considering half of its life was drained the second it came out of its Pokeball. We then go into Charizard and Mega Evolve into Spyro the Dragon's dad and hit it with a Fire Blast and take out Bruno's Machamp. He ain't no champ. Let's go, champ. Leaving Bruno on his last and final Pokemon, Poliwrath. But that's a water amphibian, and you know how we do to those guys. We fry those bad boys with lightning. Japan Mickey is all you. With the power of 2 Thunderbolts in the heart of the cards, friendship, we defeat Bruno. Next up is the Poison Leader, Agatha, and she's really got some beef with Professor Oak. Says he's a shadow of his former self and says that all he does is fiddle with his Pokedex. But no one talks about the professor like that. He gave me my first Pokemon. Well, not in this game. I actually caught it in this game, but in the good old days he did. She then opens up with Arbok, and we open up with Free Butter, and we go for Bug Buzz for the stab, and the same type attack bonus for you casuals. Doesn't do nearly as much as I expected, so Psybeam it is for now on. That does twice as much, being super effective despite not having stab. We do get paralyzed and poison jabbed right after before we take it out. Imagine they animated paralysis as a flying Pokemon just falling out of the sky when your Pokemon can't move. Oh yeah, it is a kid's game. I guess they wouldn't do that. Next up is Weezing versus Arcanine Beats. We get very unlucky when it matters and just nearly lose the battle. Still the goodest doggo, I just want to point that out. I don't care what anyone says, even if Free Butter has to finish off Weezing. We can't ride on Free Butter though. Next up is the good old Golbat versus Japan Mickey. And we do get the Thunder to land, but it nearly avoids being sent to the graveyard. Getting knocked out. But we just take it out next turn regardless. You just can't beat death, huh? I mean getting knocked out. Agatha's Gengar is up next, and Free Butter looking like Luigi the way it's slaying these ghosts. 1 Psybeam at a time, and 1 Ghost at a time too. 2 Gengars back to back. All Shadow Leaf figures are no match for butterflies like Free Butter. And that's what you get, lady. You better never disrespect Daddy Oak like that ever again. Next up is the final Elite Four member, Dragon Trainer Lance. His Dragon Ball Z looking ass. Like, who does he think he is? He think he's looking like the Super Saiyan God, Great Saiyaman, with his Dudley the Derpy Charizard there. Ain't nobody gonna save you from my shiny clothes wearing monsters. He opens up with a Seadra. I mean, okay, one generation away from being a dragon typing, but sure, close enough. But you know that is a fish though, right? Looking like a cookout red lobster the way I fry these fish. Orders up. Well, next up is a more dragon-like Pokemon, Aerodactyl, but still not a dragon, but closer. And let me tell you, this is a painful back and forth. Even with the use of steroids and the power of friendship, we barely, just barely take it out. I don't know how many times we got flinched by a rock slide over here. Next up is Gyarados, and I'm sure you see what I did to your other fish friends, haven't you? Orders up, giant sea monster, anyone? Oh, now finally a real dragon, Charizard. Oh wait, no Mega? Dragon Liar Lance over here. He's not shiny Charizard, but he does survive Thunder, though it hits us with a Hyper Beam. So we take advantage of the recharge and take it out with a Thunderbolt, leaving his last and only real dragon, Dragonite. We miss our last Thunder and almost get taken out by Outrage, so next turn we go for Thunderbolt and get hit by Outrage. The power of... we get it. Friendship. We survive, but even the power of friendship isn't enough to take out Dragonite, as if it eventually takes us out with leaving it to Charizard, the real Dragon Charizard, to... oh, he died? He just died like that? Just like that? Well, leaving it to Free Butter, the true Dragonfly, to take out Barney the Dragon and defeat the last of the Elite Four. Professor Oak, what are you doing here? You here to congratulate us? Never mind, T-Series already beat us to the #1 spot. That doesn't mean he's safe. It's time to show T-Series just exactly how powerful friendship between shiny pocket monsters and humans truly is. He opens up with Pidgeot and we go into Japan Mickey. Although it isn't quite a fish, it's definitely not safe from the thunder. Well, even if he Mega Evolves it and evades one thunder, there's no big deal. Even if he survives the thunder when it eventually lands and put him in the red zone, we eventually take it out, and that's all that really matters. Oh, and also we had some unnecessary friendship. Let's take that. Next up is his prehistoric vile plant that we take out with our MVP Butterfree with only 2 air slashes and 0 flinches, setting up the stage for a Merman versus Rapidash scenario, and mermaids beat fire unicorns 9 times out of 10, even when they end up burning the mermaid and surviving one surf. Next up is Jolteon, and Charizard is ready to transform and take it out, and even the power of thunder is not enough to save you from this massive earthquake. Thank God this building has the ability Sturdy. Not only would Jolteon be the only one in trouble, we'd also all be unable to battle right now. We bring back our burnt manfish merman to take out T-Series Marowak, and this one was definitely close. One surf does a clean 70%, but Marowak is unable to take us out, even with burn and low HP. So we end up taking it out next turn, and friendship heals the burn from taking out our mermaid as well. I told you, T-Series, I will not lose as long as we are man and mon. Plus, your Pokemon aren't even cool looking. You want my shiny Raticate by any chance? But T-Series does have a Slowbro, and I wasn't expecting that at all. Pikachu, you got this, right? Okay, but Charizard X, you got this, right? Not even close. No, siree. No, not you, Siri. God damn it. It's all up to the single mon who put in the most work this entire adventure. The shiny mon who put in the most work this entire adventure. Free Butter. And we go for Air Slash, but we get no flinch. But after taking the attack like a champ, we go for Bug Buzz, and Slowbro just nearly escapes getting knocked out. That's it. Now, it's all over. The moment we've all came here for. You serious? You have no chance of actually winning. Not a single one. Not even a sliver. Don't do this. Be a man of honor, Mr. T. 2 more Bug Buzzes, and it's a big ol' wrap for the 20-minute champion T-Series. Man, you didn't even get a chance to call your mom and tell you they're champion. Feels bad. And we did it, proving some of the best looking Pokemon can still also be the strongest Pokemon. Well, after a very long journey, it's good to remember the good old times along the way and all that friendship. You know, catching many Caterpies, spending many hours waiting. Just waiting for something to shine. And even some of the most unexpected champions were born. Except you. You can stay in the PC. But we did it with only shiny Pokemon, except that one. But you know what? Pikachu gave us way more memories and friendship than any shiny Pokemon could ever get. Who am I kidding? We gotta go get that thing shiny. It doesn't matter. He's getting replaced. Much better. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please like and subscribe. It may seem like an almost pointless gesture, but you'd be surprised on how much that truly helped. It makes the difference of people being able to enjoy my videos. Like Clock Tower, for example, a video YouTube refuses to refer people to. It may have some shocking scenes as Google described it. By subscribing, you can also help some of my more obscure videos even get a chance. And by downloading Raid Shadow. Okay, that's a joke. You don't have to download that. Make sure to check out some of my other videos down below, including more challenge videos like this one. I've been R9, and I hope you had yourselves a damn good time.